Welcome back to another episode of the Outer Worlds 2 with Samurai War 17 here. I appreciate everyone who's supported my channel, and if you are here, I would appreciate if you'd like the video and subscribe to the channel, as that would mean the most to me. I did go around the camp. I did talk to a bunch of people. There's actually a quest right here that I didn't notice, so maybe we'll do that one first, since we're here. But I just went around camp and talked to everyone just because I was thinking about it. And there's a lot of dialogue in this game. I really want to get to the, kind of action, just doing quests, things that are going to make progress within the game. And I don't want to bore y'all with all the dialogue because, like, for example, the last episode might have been a little bit more on the boring side just because of everything that I had to do. So, I definitely want to, make it better. Let me just make sure what the heck just happened. Map. Not. Where is the quest at? Did I not just click it? Oh, wait, hang on. Talk to the people of Matriarch Mercy.
Good right about now.
I did.
A wasteland devoid of life? No, Arcadia is doomed. Plain and simple.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
Oh,
Try not to get too close. My sinuses are stuffed up, my ears are backed up, and my guts are gurgling. I could burst at any moment. Every fluid from every orifice. So keep your distance.
Well, don't throw up on me, buddy. Ask me to bring you some medicine.
Law, finally. Real relief for my fake symptoms. Let's see it then.
Yeah, let's figure out what's worth.
Well, ain't this healthcare in a nutshell? If it's bits you want, you can partake of what I scrounged together on account of folks taking pity on me. You have my gratitude, stranger. I think it's downright awful what's happened to these fine folks. Sickness, malnutrition, spontaneous genetic You too. Trust me.
So, I still have to talk to more people, but that was a quest, I guess.
I'm not with Auntie. Can't say I'm fond of...
Wait.
Yes, no.
Don't tell me you're one of those
Maybe this
drones
guy?
Auntie's choice.
Easy, friend. We're all in this together.
You just keep your distance.
Okay, cool. Good talk. Can I talk to you? You look suspicious, buddy.
Broke my nose. The void you did. Barely connected. You're thinking of 2-3 scraps ago. You've been mostly unconscious a while now.
You used at least 2 words I ain't sure I know. And I already forgot the question. No? I think.
You ought to talk to Boss Tilda. She's the brains in this... What does she call it? Oh, yeah. Quasi-illicit shenanigan.
Doesn't like to look at us when we're all banged up. Said my face turned her off Borscht loaf.
Anyhow, head down the hill along the fence. Tell her Mapother and Mudge sent you.
No, you talk like Mudge. Alright, so I'm
Keep your lamps
assuming...
lit. Wherever there's trouble, there's always opportunists willing to profit from it.
Let's see.
Hope you
Open nose.
appreciated how I bit my tongue back there with the abbot. Didn't want things to come to blows with civilians in the crowd. Could be that either way. Besides, ain't nobody around here better suited for investigating than we are.
You're talking this better than expected. What? Yeah.
That's the burden of being competent. Everyone expects your help. While we're... I can only hope they had warning enough to run. Thank you. We should move on. Unless you got something for me?
No. Oh, no. We like it as. We like it as. What the heck are you?
Good? Good.
You
What
got
the heck are you?
business? No? Move on.
Intimidator. Oh, interesting. Space Ranger.
Reckon you at least know how to oil the gears of Ingress. Likely you ain't some protectorate or Order stoolie. But I'm still gonna be watching. Go ahead.
Wow, all that just to talk to her.
Salutations, friend. Not many find their way into my presence, but those that do possess only the finest of tastes. I do hope you'll pardon the rigmarole it took to meet me. The Order has such an antiquated philosophy on the smuggling of contraband.
Mm-hmm. Where's Sub Rosa stand on the war? For people like you, there's work to be done. Alright, yep.
Savvier than you look. Might be that I've got an agent over by the Guardian Estates that I haven't heard from in a spell. If you perhaps find yourself over that way, and perhaps make sure that the aforementioned agent hasn't been torn limb from limb, Sub Rosa would be most grateful.
Yep. We definitely want work.
We stand that we'd like to make a good ton of bits on the war, and maybe expand our reach in the process. Beyond that, I'm not supposed to comment. But Sub Rosa consists primarily of ex-Anti's Choice and ex-Protectorate personnel. We've still got folks we care about out there. Complicates some of our feelings on the fighting. But if the fighting stops, our income begins to go dry.
Okay.
It's superb cover and a consistent market. Refugees are in need of all sorts of supplies that the Order cannot provide. And Sub Rosa delivers. At only a reasonable markup. Myself, I enjoy the thrills of the environ. Will the Order attempt to drive me out? Will Matriarch's mercy be shelled? Shall I run out of new cereals? Oh, thrilling! Well put. So long as that zest isn't the taste of blood.
Obviously, we're gonna buy these. $2,000 out the drain, whatever. Sniper rifle, interesting. I have been talking about wanting a sniper rifle. I don't know if I want to buy it just yet. You know, we might come across some that, you know, end up being free, right? So
Greetings. Or you're dealing with more of a stay off my palate or that's my air you're breathing sort of thing. Hmm?
Hey,
Oh, I get it. Here, sort of thing tends. Now, how can I help you exactly? Ugh.
okay, cool. Did I do the quest? Yeah, I did. Talk to the voice. Oh yeah, it's the people. Okay, that makes more sense what I was doing there. Trying to figure out what was going on.
Where do we go now?
I'm like this. Let's see what she says.
Administrant Agarwal. Here to finally hash this out, are you? Thought this day would never come.
Yes, well, our esteemed outsider here has agreed to thoroughly appraise our situation, in the hope that we may finally close the book on the exclusion zone once and for all.
They say you asked around. Listen to folks. That's a good start, at least.
Speaking as a representative of the Order, we will abide by the Mediator's decision if you do the same.
Agreed.
Mediator, I leave the fate of the exclusion zone in your capable hands.
Okay, so
Speak on then.
a bit about the orders.
Did he also happen to mention they were needlessly oblique and vague?
But our predictions are given to inform and protect, not to frighten. Forgive me. I do not mean to disrupt.
Well, you did.
You mean that missionary type who's always talking at everybody instead of to them?
Well, complex mathematics can be useful even to displace it.
Mathematics is the hidden language of the universe which unites us all. The closer we come to understanding it, the closer we come to true understanding.
I haven't heard that much sugarcoating outside of an Auntie's suppository ad. But fine. Whatever you say. You actually got the provisioner to give you the time of day. Huh.
Ah, yes. I sometimes forget Provisioner Plotnik is also assigned to minding the displaced's needs. Her role is largely proactive, while mine is reactive.
Committed to ensuring the displaced want for nothing. Works. work is highly valued. She's a credit to the Order.
I'm appreciative of you all getting us food and medicine, but she needs backup.
Yep.
I suppose I'll take it under advisement.
Mm-hmm.
I'm all ears, mediator.
Business with Sub Rosa.
The what now?
When grievances between the displaced approach fisticuffs, we hire Sub Rosa hooligans to duke things out for us.
That is unquantifiably absurd, and I don't see how moving into the exclusion zone will help.
Overcrowding leads to frustration. Minor issues get amplified. The displaced are, and like animals, no surprise they're lashing out on it. Won't. The Order should work on preventing this kind of thing. In between these two. This one seems a little bit more aggressive. Minor issues get amplified. It seems more reasonable.
Unproductive is one thing. Paid Donnybrooks with surrogate fighters is... well, I'm at a loss for an applicative metaphor to describe it.
Interesting. So, unproductive is one thing. Paid, yep. Book to the camp doctor, yep.
I understand he is rather short-handed.
Very much so.
Someone should get right on that, huh? Anyhow, what was the good doctor's diagnosis?
He's a miniature sickness but can't cure overcrowding. Yep. Needs more resources, not more space. Nope. Well, yeah, people living on top of each other, which is a public health disaster. I think this
At
one
Auntie's
makes more
choice,
sense.
we'd view this from a lens of how sickness undercuts productivity.
That is indeed unfortunate, but the dangers predicted for the exclusion zone may outweigh these concerns.
Do they now? You're kind of deflecting.
Collapsed. But we built Matriarch's Mercy to optimize comfort and safety.
I'm guessing you're saying this wasn't an official structure, more of a hastily assembled, precariously built shanty.
Refugees shouldn't have to build conditions. These huts have some crashing down. The fault lies with the displaced. Let's just do the
People
first
are
one.
struggling to make do with what they have. If we had the exclusion zone, this wouldn't be a problem.
I'm aghast these structures weren't built following established Order construction guidelines. By my calculations, you've explored this topic from every conceivable angle. Admirable work, Mediator. I suspect that your sympathies lie with the displaced. Unfortunate if true, but I leave the decision in your capable hands.
So the roof of the needs outweigh the danger. The exclusion does is theirs. The roof of the Order, they predict disaster. I won't risk lives. I have no business making life or death decisions on anyone's behalf. I rule for no one. We don't even know what's in the exclusion zone yet. So I'm wondering if this makes the most sense for me to answer. I have no business making life or death decisions on anyone's behalf. Because then maybe they'll kind of figure out their own decisions. But it's also like, well, what if they just go back to where we just were? And they just revert to, there's no progress.
Are we to have a stalemate for the rest of our days? This cannot be what the prediction foretold.
Yeah.
You sure about this? I mean, talk about wasted effort on your part.
Well, if this is the fate that was augured, then I will not complain, though it goes against my very nature. Please, be safe. That's all I ask.
Not to worry, Administrant. The exclusion zone is our problem now. Here. You stay out of trouble. We'll try and do the same.
And 500 cartridges, I like that. Expected danger. So this is the exclusion zone? Where exactly is the exclusion zone?
Thanks again, stranger.
Yeah.
The order will...
So it's interesting. I'm assuming this is all the exclusion zone. But yeah, it was weird. It was really weird. I don't know.
Off that easily.
Anyways, let's check out the new pistol we got real quick. So we got the Burst SMG at just 26. This one's also technically an SMG. It doesn't look too great. I don't know if I'm a fan of the burst. This one's a 2-round burst, which isn't too bad.
Refugee camp? Another colony?
I predict, with an 8.23 margin of error,
I thought they were talking to me.
situation will improve in time.
So,
Say I'm fond of these
I guess we'll find out what the conclusion of what we just did like a little bit later. It was kind of random, but you know, I mean, gotta figure it out at one point. So we're gonna go over here real quick and just check this place out. Like I said, I kind of marked them on the way. I wanna, make sure I'm hitting all the points so I don't have to backtrack. But also, let's say I go over here and unlock a fast travel point. Well, there we go. All right, what do you have to say? Why are you wanting to talk?
Commander, you got a minute to talk? I got some thoughts on this situation with the refugees.
Okay.
The number of folks seeking refuge from the war is, well, it's beyond what I expected. And beyond what the Order is capable of handling, seems like. Andes may not be faring much better here, but we could at least find enough work for these folk to buy some food.
Yeah. Naturally, why would Andy's choice do anything about the kindness? Yeah?
I mean, we ain't gonna give up our cots for what could be the enemy. We're doing what we gotta do to keep our heads on our shoulders. It's a tough situation, that's all I'm saying. But if the Order can't even manage tens of folk at their doorstep, they ain't gonna manage much better should they win the war.
That's a fair statement. Smart, they'll figure out the mode. Yeah.
I'd like to believe that. But frankly, I went through, and all they wanted in return was the signing of an employment contract.
Gosh.
Now, I ain't seeing any contracts in Matriarch's mercy. So what is the Order actually gaining by doing this?
It was wrong to offer a deal. They're just trying to help people who lost everything. Why is it so
In
hard
all
to
my
believe?
years, I mean, I'd not have asked for your help with my graft if I didn't have something to offer in exchange. Well, maybe I'm... Anyhow, appreciate you hearing me out.
Sorry, the other thing I forgot to mention too. So, it gets, yeah. So these two were bounties that I picked up at the little bounty depot thing. So, I did happen to stumble across that. I totally forgot to mention it, so I figured I'd bring it up. I did also buy some extra ammo from a couple of the vendors. I sold all the guns and disassembled what I felt like I wanted to. Actually, I don't think I disassembled it. I never ended up finding a workbench, but there was actually one inside. That's not really high damage.
Back in business.
Throw this one out. And I did also add a scope. So the assault rifle is... it's okay. It uses a lot of ammo though. But I do like the idea of it. If I could get an upgrade for this, that would actually be awesome. Of course, we found a little, spot to grab a bunch of things, so, we're gonna do what we do best and loot. But what was I saying? I totally forgot. I lost my point of... my point of thought? Thought of point? Oh my gosh. My point of view. Or whatever. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm all over the place. We don't need to pick up all the helmets, because we're just going to sell them or break them down. It's kind of useless. I'm trying not to pick up so much armor and stuff, just because it's... most of it's not going to be better unless we're killing like a boss or unlocking a chest more than likely, so... I'll save it for that. Well... oh. Ooh, mini rockets. That's cool, I guess. Ammo, some mag picks, I'll take it. It was pretty good loot. Good thing we came over here. Look at that. This AR, we're gonna see how it goes with ammo wise. I did buy some ammo for it just to, I knew it wasn't gonna be that much or whatnot, so get this waypoint and just fast travel up here. Shoot, what was I saying? Oh my gosh, I'm all over the place, guys. Oh. I need more
That must
sleep.
be Matriarch's mercy. Sure think a lot of their royal family.
Was there
don't
a
they?
faster way down? I think that was the... No, so we have to go... Do we have to go through the freaking elevator every time? Okay, good. You just fast travel to the actual bottom. I know that's kind of a weird way to do it, but yeah, whatever. We are gonna go left. I am liking this one. I think I want to look at... So the pistol's nice. Convenient. It does have the most ammo. We don't necessarily need it right now because it takes compact rounds. I don't have anything else that takes compact rounds, unfortunately, but outside of this, okay, this one does... Let's actually... Okay. It might take more ammo. It's a little bit more damage, but let's just see how it goes. And, I mean, since we do have the...
Sure.
Not crafting, oh my gosh. Mods. So, I think we should be able to put the scope on it? Maybe not. Oh, it only has a barrel. I didn't realize that. Okay. It's whatever. We don't necessarily need a scope. It was more of a convenience thing. And then map-wise, let's just double check. Yeah, we're gonna go here, and then it'll be on the way. I do wish there was an auto sprint in this game, and there might be, and I'm just stupid, which wouldn't be a surprise. Yeah, we'll go this way. But, yeah. I hope everyone's enjoying this game as much as I am, though. I'm definitely having fun playing it. Alrighty then. That was weird. But, no, yeah, I hope everyone's enjoying it. You know, if there's anything else, too, that y'all have noticed, or things you want me to do, or whatever the case is, you know, I mean, you're always welcome to let me know down in the comments below. I appreciate the backseat gaming.
Turn back into an active war.
It does help more than you think. So it gives me your perspective, which obviously I don't know what your perspective is, but let's talk to this guy.
This is the Order's anti-air control center. If you don't have specific business here, kindly keep moving.
Kindly keep moving, bro. Your accuracy's going down. So y'all need some help, my boy. Back to this guy.
My apologies. My work requires a rather high amount of focus, and as such, I'm unable to engage in idle chatter.
Well, can I loot this, buddy?
What is with the anomalous behavior?
I'm trying to loot this.
Friends, don't attempt to burgle friends.
My bad, bro. You weren't using it. It was locked away in a chest. Well, that was the first time stealing, so I was honestly just genuinely curious what was going to happen, so I know why I did it, but also just to see what was inside, because the curiosity was definitely piqued. I don't think we'll do too much of that, because, you know, it might cause a little issues overall, like, you know, I'm assuming because of the way this game is, it'll throw us, like, some form of outlaw or whatever, and just cause issues. Looks like there's nothing here. It's kind of unfortunate. Like there should be something here, though. Did I miss anything anywhere? The way up, or maybe not. Probably not, to be honest. Oh, we'll just leave it as is. Get over here. They're mining. This is really cool. I'm not gonna lie. Like the planets in this game are awesome. I never noticed that. These little crystals, and you know they got miners going. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Which mission is this, by the way? Biscuits area manufacturer. Okay. I just wanted to double check. I'm assuming this is probably going to be where we end up coming back later. Potentially, at least. Or it could just be, like, straight to the point. Hey, this is the end. Nah, that'd be kind of crazy. I could see it.
Hello?
I guess.
Someone there? Yes? Did the missive not play, or was it garbled in some way? Are you somehow struggling with coherence? If so, to be clear, Zerania Manufactory presently and for an indeterminate time is in lockdown. That means no external transmissions, no visitors.
We'll go this route.
Wait, you have a writ? From the abbot? But we don't have any means of... yes, they said they have a... yes, sir.
This is Factor Métadier. Am I to understand you have orders from the abbot? Quite convenient for you. I have no way of verifying without allowing you entry. Very well. Come inside and we'll see this sorted. Building on the left.
Seems like they might potentially be the ones that are also... What? Building on the left? What the heck? Where? Oh, I was like, what the heck?
Yes, right over here. You're not getting down below.
If these are the people that did attack Auntie's Choice, like, what's gonna happen? Do we side with Inez, or I don't know.
So, the abbot deigned
a lot
to send
unfolding here.
someone whilst we're contending with all manner of emergencies, did he? Wait, is that an Auntie's Choice enhanced soldier with you? Oh, I see what this is. Stay back. We have no desire to escalate things further. Don't do something you'll regret.
We want answers, not a fight. And if indeed there's any retribution to be had, it won't be by my hand. Tell him, Commander.
My team is my business, like it or not. Sure, waste time. Don't worry about Auntie's. Retaliating. I'm on a first name basis. I'll do this one.
Surely. Far be it from me to question the irreproachable prudence of an enigmatic caller. Sometimes I cannot fathom what goes through the abbot's mind, but your papers do seem to be legitimate. I will unlock the elevator so you can speak with Proctor Svoboda below. I'll send word you're en route, but fair warning, I cannot predict what reception you will receive. I expect your behavior will remain impeccable. As soon as I've seen to securing the facility, I'll be along straight away.
What in the void? Do you know who's to blame for the attack? You refined uranium here.
Yes, the source of the explosion was unmistakably uranium. It is exceedingly volatile unless handled correctly. The recent attack may have originated from this facility, but I assure you it was not at our hand. We have no desire to resume open warfare with Auntie's Choice. One of our transport pods, filled with uranium, was diverted toward, or more specifically at, their location. We have a working hypothesis about who is responsible. Initial evidence looks rather conclusive, and we have managed to corner the apparent perpetrator down below, which would be a good thing if they had not, somehow seized control of the manufactory operations.
Corner actually. Everything happens all the time. Seems like...
This facility has been an archetypical example of constancy and regularity. Ergo, the last place anyone would predict anything unpredicted would occur. Our suspect, one Initiate Alva, previously supervised launch controls. Though steadfastly maintaining her innocence, she has also barricaded herself in the operations control room below. A move not likely to allay anyone's suspicions.
So far, everything here seems suspicious. Honestly, kind of.
An understandable perspective. I fear I must concur. I admit I'm to a reasonable degree pleased you are on hand to corroborate current suppositions. May your query yield favorable results.
Very interesting the way he's talking. Like, it's very believable, but at the same time, it's like... I don't know. It's just a weird situation. That's for sure.
It evidently originated here.
We're gonna take a look
Transport
around
pod
here real
full
quick.
of uranium.
So,
Blue outpost opportunity to not with tinges and flinders.
Wait, so has it been classified as an accident?
May all your
I'm not
theories
fit to
prove true.
speak with.
cool. Now we're gonna go up top first because he did not tell us to go up top.
What are you doing up here? How did you get past the gate?
responsible for the attack. Abbott Newt sent me. Bishop personally sent me to Golden Ridge to help with Abbott.
Forgive me. All this business with the lockdown puts one on edge.
Hmm. Is this where the cargo pod was used to... Yeah, actually. Let's find out what
Everything
happened.
appeared routine at the time. We launch transport pods into space regularly. They get collected. The uranium we refine here is used for power. It wasn't until we heard the explosion that anyone knew anything out of the ordinary had happened. I ran a systems audit on the launch sequence afterwards. Just finished constructing a report on my findings, actually, if you'd like to hear it.
Absolutely.
Anomalous event caused by unknown factors. Transport pod M7, containing a full hold of refined uranium, bound for orbital platform Z9, received a priority reroute command. Latitude and longitude coordinates corresponded to the Antes Choice facility known as Outpost Opportunity. Altitude, however, matched 1,000 meters below sea level. A low-ranking scientician. Been here for years. Presumably, she's below in operations. Regrettably, that is all I know. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Okay, so we do have more information on it, which is what we were looking for. Good to know. What is this machine? Nothing? Okay, figures. Well, I'm glad I went up top, though, to figure that out, because that kind of... The way the game is with choices and whatnot, you definitely want to have all the info if you would, right? So, it's good to know. We're getting pretty close to 30 minutes on this video. We're gonna see...
Relinquish control of this facility immediately. Oh, my dear Proctor, you can't believe a low-level drudge like me is responsible for any of this. You'd have us all believe you seized control to demonstrate your innocence. Wait, is this being broadcast? I have no idea how this audio doodad works. You're the one in charge here, Proctor Svoboda. Are you sure you didn't do something? I demand your unconditional surrender at... Hello, Proctor? I'm pushing buttons over here now. Did I disconnect you somehow?
Interesting.
Emergency detoxification initiated. What's her name took over.
Things have been a mite haywire.
Yeah, to say the least.
Ah, yes, of course. Next on my list of lowest probability events, strangers sent by the Abbot, gallivanting about amidst a lockdown. If we'd been able to communicate beyond our walls, might have saved you a trip. As I can successfully report, we have identified the responsible party.
Well, nothing to worry about then. Just tell me what happened and I'll be out of your hair. Don't know if I've met the character before. What would be after the attack was launched under your nose? Lost control.
Low-level subordinate, assigned here years ago. But I'm now realizing how little we actually know about her. A spy or turncoat, no doubt. A sleeper agent from one of those secret enemy programs you're always hearing about.
Okay. From here, that's quite an accusation. Can I back it up? What makes you think she's a sleeper agent? Thought the order was supposed to see things like this come. Okay.
Within a beat of us hearing of the attack, Alva seized command of the system and locked herself in the control center. She then forcefully repelled several attempts to extricate her. 2 are dead already. Poor Jacobs lost a hand trying to pry free the outer doors. Why, she could destroy this entire place at any moment from in there. I implore you to stop her before she does so. I fear violence may be our only recourse. Whatever for. We've already established her guilt. Failed to see the use, frankly. I suppose some limited nosing about before dispatching her wouldn't hurt. Presuming I'll be in my office.
Yeah, seems a little suspicious still. And I'll probably just make this video a little bit longer. I don't mind doing that for y'all, especially with the last video. It was a little slow. And you know, I it's funny because at the beginning of the episode I was like, I'm not gonna loot, and then here I am looting everything. So, definitely want to make that up to y'all. So, grab all these. What is this? A frost grenade? Oh, we've never seen that yet. At some point I'm gonna stop buying those. I think we're good on ammo. I do. Okay, so the assault rifle is actually nice. Now, 1,000 bits or 500. Honestly, oh, I'm down to 1,000 bits. Wow. Oh my job. Right, anyways, let's go ahead and sell some stuff then. I did not realize that. So, this is the explosive round one. This one has a silencer. We could sell that. It's fine. I know I said I was gonna break these down, but at this point, I need the money. Sell that. Sell that. This hazard size or hand size ordnance. Interesting. Hold on to that for now. Sell that. Was there any other? I have a feeling that gas mask might still come in handy. Like, we don't have like any restrictions on space in here, at least yet. So we have a lot of scrap metal, so we could definitely start crafting some stuff. We have a lot of screws, springs, you know, all that good stuff. So make a little bit of money back. We don't have any more mods or gears or anything that we can put on it, but all right, we definitely want to. Oh, nice. Sealed. Okay. What is that? Little crystal, this one. Uncommon material for crafting of the watermelon. Size 2, Zeranium. Okay, so it's probably like a Zeranium upgrade, like maybe corrosive damage or something along those lines.
Don't bother conversating unless you're prepared to cite your sources.
She's in here, let's see. Investigate. Oh, we can't. Interesting. That's quite odd. Usually you can go to these and look into them, but the fact that, see, like, that's making things seem a little bit more suspicious on the side of them.
Now, this is important. Would you describe the Varachnid's Caliceri as do your own research?
I have nothing to say, unless you want to discuss
Lovely
the
day for
inverse of the
differential
plane
geometry.
function. In which case,
Kind
I'll
of
talk
dicks,
your
to be
ear off.
honest. I wonder if an auto mech
I
would
can tell we have little crossover of
tell me,
Of course, she's hiding something. Do you think those two exemplars just fell wrong? Alva's been here for how many years? Never noticed her. Just blended in with the scenery somehow. You have a very non-scholarly look about you.
Wow.
Investigator?
Thanks, you dickhead. Oh,
May
yes.
all your endeavors add to the equation.
Alright, whatever. Cool. They're not giving me anything as far as information goes, which is quite unfortunate. Sealed, of course it is. I'm sure there's things that I can find out in these rooms and whatnot, and I'll probably end up killing the poor girl, and then it'll come back and say, hey, you killed the wrong person, or something like that. I have a feeling that's how it's gonna go.
Circumstances proceed toward intended results.
I think that's the way to go. I think
Glad
we're
those not
supposed to go in
skilled
there.
at math can fulfill some other function. I only question them
Off,
being
just for
enrolled.
now.
Always account for standard deviation.
Tell me
May
anything.
circumstances proceed toward intended
Tell me
results.
anything. Oh. No one's really giving me any.
Show your workers shove off.
I will shoot you. It looks like they basically locked off all investigation that I could do, which is kind of unfortunate. So that means I'm gonna have to go and talk to her probably, and it's just gonna be word of mouth from one person to another, essentially. Valuation offering, yeah, like.
You're not going to be a problematic variable, are you?
No, I'm trying to freaking just explore and investigate, but no one's giving me anything for investigation, so. That one's. Y'all don't need to see anything that goes on in here. Okay. Let's see. This would be. 2 order initiatives appear to have been shot. See, this would be nice if we could do that. So, medical. Ooh, this is where I regret leveling up. And unlock that, unfortunately. See, like that's another thing. Like lockpick 5, medical. Let me guess, lockpick 5. Yep, exactly. See what happens.
Oh, hello. A visitor. And who are you, dear?
He looks like
You're what? Some maverick for hire. Oh, no, I can see it now. Earth Directorate, yes? Like Commander Zane and that rascal Buddy. And who is that you brought with you? A friend. Ah, an Auntie's Choice grafted soldier. You poor dear. And someone else. Another Earth Directorate agent, I see. Seems sad.
Is she talking about me?
All this for me. Fear I hardly deserve such attention. This entire business is just a terrible misunderstanding. I expect few in the Order know of you, but, well, I've kept to a role here that is purposely not very taxing. Others prefer calculations in their spare time. I have my stories. Between launches, I enjoyed serials, two-bit dreadfuls, periodicals. I adore Zane and Buddy, even if they are considered contraband. And you decidedly share their upright bearing. For the longest time, I didn't realize your organization actually existed. But here you are, well-timed and, no doubt, eager to help. I'll tell you exactly what happened. Our transport pod leveled outpost opportunity. I immediately realized someone must have bypassed my terminal. I initiated a lockdown to block further tampering. Had I not, additional attacks may have continued. Now, despite a long record of dedicated service, who's being blamed for this calamity? Me, somehow. Dear me, I wish I did, but actually, there may be a way you could gain answers here. The firing record should contain all relevant details regarding the launch. Why, yes, I could unseal access to the records repository for you and open the path leading there. I'd be right grateful if you'd have a look. I swear I'm completely innocent of this heinous act they're accusing me of. If you need to hear me say it, surely. I promise not to destroy this facility with all of us in it. Was that reassuring enough? Appreciate your help, dear. Please return when you have found something. May the plan favor us against long odds.
Yeah, it's a little... There's a lot happening. I don't know... I really want to examine this. But for now...
May all your endeavors
check the
add to
records.
equation.
At least she unlocked one of the doors so I can kind of do my own research because it's probably going to come down to me making my own decision. So you shut this? Trying to steal some stuff? Okay. Thank you very much. Records clearly show that launch the payload at outpost opportunity. You fire the count. Curious thing. Okay. Well, here's okay. We might have to look through these a little bit. Friendly reminder. No, that's not going to be. Facility are clearly allowed. Okay. As overseer of the facility, you are clearly allowed full access to all areas and equipment, but your presence in the laboratory remains a distraction at best. Where? Okay. Launch records. Status records expunged. Please review backup physical records. Huh. See? To me, that's getting a little bit more suspicious. Why would they be expunged? But can she clear them? Or is it the overseer that's clearing them? Man, this game really kind of makes you think as far as decisions go. Now, luckily enough, I can let's all changes will be lost. Continue. Yes, we don't want to do that just yet because I think
Patrol's back, I hear.
I don't know exactly what this is going to do as far as. Okay, let's see. So observation would need to be at 3. Okay, so we can either do observation at 3 or medical. Now, observation, hidden objects with difficulty at or below your skill level can be found in the medical. Ooh. Mission skill reveals hidden objects in the world. This seems more useful. I don't know, it's hard. Let's just do this for now. We can always come back and get medical. At least the observation option will probably give me a better understanding as well. Based on the determination of the body state and location, it appears an initiate was forced to fire on the other who in turn shot him. What? So they shot each other. Oh, what is going on here? And now this guy's up here. Huh.
Our Earth Directorate friend. Hello. I've been conversing with Factor Matadier here while you were away. Understand you've met?
Yes, they witnessed me rather discomposed, I fear. Visions of Auntie's choice reprisal clouded my thoughts at the time.
The Factor is less accusatory in his questioning than certain others, which I respect. Good manners cost nothing, I always say.
Troops now guard the entrance above. Our safety addressed, I have turned my attention to the cause of our situation here, and I have deemed it wise to investigate further. Do not let my position fool you. All within the Order are scienticians, and hence we seek the truth of any hypothesis based on evidence. The Proctor's accusation is no different. A recent security audit brought up several curious messages meant for an unknown party, sent from a terminal somewhere on the premises. We were unable to track down the whereabouts of this mystery terminal, but one message contained certain oblique references to placing blame. Nothing conclusive, yet enough to give me pause.
You examined the launch records, yes? Did you find anything, dear?
Did.
I'd say they've obviously been altered, dear. Fancy that odor you detected, a sign of chemicals used to effect the falsification. Ah, but listen to me. What do I know about this sort of thing? I know I've watched too many Aetherwave serials. Suppose they fuel my fervent imagination. But still, even the most junior scientician knows the best explanation is one requiring the fewest assumptions. Ergo, I set the correct coordinates. Someone overrode them.
Interesting.
Someone may be pulling her strings, perhaps. That's what investigators like you say, isn't it? Now, what you uncovered appears to imply 2 further avenues of inquiry. A uranium leak occurred moments after the launch. I imagine it may have been used as a diversion, allowing the culprit time to falsify the record. The overriding of the coordinates also deserves a look. Don't you think?
I can speak to the coordinate override, I believe. All commands are routed through the hub in central processing. If one meant to accomplish what you're suggesting, they would likely look to do it there.
I expect the uranium leak stemmed from alterations to the control boards and refinement logistics. I'd look for any signs of tampering that may point to the culprit. Oh, I'm full of hidden depths, dear, but this isn't the time. Later, I promise. Anything you want to know, from my first science crush to my scientician aptitude test scores. All right. There. I've unsealed both areas. With hope, what you discover will help us determine the responsible party.
I'll stay here and play for more time. If the Proctor sends anyone, I'll say I'm close to convincing you to surrender.
Interesting. It looks like I have a couple more spots to investigate now. This is getting not confusing, but just like conspiracy. Like, I'm kind of, I don't know. You know, I'm kind of curious how this is going to unfold, but we did reach a 50-minute mark. I think I want to end the episode here because it seems like this might take a little bit more time. I do apologize if you were excited to see how things turned out, but I will have another episode going up, you know, the following day. So if you are still here, I appreciate you sticking around. If you don't mind leaving a like, subscribing to the channel, and I will see you on the next episode. Bye.